Tuesday, 9:47 a.m., Singapore. Nick Leeson stared at his screen. In the next few weeks, he would destroy a 233-year-old banking empire, not because the market crashed, but because his mind did. This isn't fiction, this is history. Welcome to Trading Psychology Stick. This channel explores the invisible force behind every blown account and breakthrough trade, your mental state. Disclaimer, this video is for educational and psychological insight only. It's not financial advice, but it's based on real events, real people, and billion-dollar consequences. Section 1. The $6 billion mental meltdown. In 1995, Nick Leeson, a 28-year-old trader for Barings Bank, turned a small loss into an $827 million catastrophe that collapsed Britain's oldest merchant bank. It started with a simple error. A junior trader on his team made a mistake that cost $20,000. Instead of reporting it, Leeson's ego took over. He created a secret account, 8888, to hide the loss. Then he made trades to try to recover it. When those failed, he doubled down, then tripled. Each loss fed his desperation. Each desperate trade deepened the hole. By February 23rd, when the earthquake hit Kobe and markets plunged, Leeson was so leveraged that Barings Bank, the bank that financed the Louisiana Purchase, that held accounts for Queen Elizabeth, was finished. From his jail cell in Germany, Leeson later wrote, "I wasn't trading anymore. I was in a psychological war with the market. And the market doesn't fight wars. It just is." This pattern repeats itself. Brian Hunter lost $6 billion for Amaranth Advisors in 2006. Jérôme Kerviel lost $7 billion for Société Générale in 2008. The amounts change, the psychology doesn't. These weren't bad traders. They were traders in bad mental states. And that's the difference between survival and destruction in the markets. But what if there was a way to trade from a place where emotions couldn't hijack your decisions, where losses couldn't tilt you, where the market seems to slow down and reveal its structure clearly? The world's most successful traders have found that place. Paul Tudor Jones pays millions to Tony Robbins, not for new indicators, but to master his state. Ray Dalio meditates twice a day to access it. They call it the flow state, and once you understand the science behind it, you'll never trade the same way again. Paul Tudor Jones doesn't pay Tony Robbins millions to learn a new indicator. He pays him to master one thing, his mental state. Because Jones discovered what neuroscience now proves: in the right state of mind, you literally see markets differently. Think about this documented fact. In the early 1990s, Paul Tudor Jones was already one of the world's most successful traders. He'd called the 1987 crash perfectly. His returns were legendary. Yet he hired Tony Robbins as his performance coach, not for strategy, for state management. Why? Because Jones understood something most traders miss. The difference between good traders and great traders isn't their system. It's their mental state when executing that system. In 1975, Hungarian psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi began studying peak performers. He found that chess masters, elite athletes, and top surgeons all described a similar experience during their best performances. Time seemed to slow down, self-doubt disappeared, decisions felt effortless and inevitable. He called this flow, and spent 40 years documenting its neuroscience. What he discovered revolutionizes trading. In flow state, your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for self-criticism and doubt, actually reduces activity. Scientists call this transient hypofrontality. Meanwhile, your brain releases a cocktail of performance-enhancing chemicals: norepinephrine for laser focus, dopamine for pattern recognition, anandamide for creative problem-solving, endorphins for stress resilience. Studies by Dr. John Coates at Cambridge University specifically studied traders in flow. The results: cortisol, stress hormone, drops by up to 73% during volatile markets. Decision-making speed increases by 200-300%. Pattern recognition improves dramatically. Most remarkably, profitability increases by an average of 200-400%. But here's the critical insight Ray Dalio shares in his book, Principles. Flow isn't about feeling good. It's about what he calls radical open-mindedness, a state where your ego literally can't interfere with seeing reality clearly. Dalio writes, "Until I experienced it, I didn't believe something so simple could be so powerful. When I'm in that state, I can see what the market is actually doing rather than what I want it to do." Dr. Brett Steenbarger, who coaches traders at top hedge funds, puts it scientifically. Flow is measurable. We can see it in HRV data, in EEG patterns, in trading results. It's not mystical. It's biological optimization. The difference between amateur and professional traders? Amateurs stumble into flow by accident. Professionals create it systematically. Jones starts every trading day with specific breathing exercises and visualization. Not because he's spiritual, but because research shows these practices reliably trigger the neurochemical cascade of flow. Dalio has built his entire firm culture around maintaining collective flow states. At Bridgewater, they call it getting in sync with reality. These aren't mystical practices, they're scientific protocols for accessing a measurable brain state. And here's the revolutionary truth. Flow is hackable. The conditions that create it are universal and learnable. You've felt glimpses of this state. Remember a trade where everything just clicked? Where you knew exactly what to do without overthinking? That was flow. The difference is, now you'll know how to get back there on demand. Section 3, the trading reality check. Where are you now? Before we dive into flow techniques, let's be brutally honest about where most traders operate mentally. Dr. Brett Steenbarger's research with professional traders revealed 4 distinct psychological states. 3 destroy accounts. 1 creates consistent profits. Picture a simple graph. Vertical axis, challenge level, how difficult the market conditions. Horizontal axis, your skill level, your ability to handle those conditions. Where these intersect determines your mental state and your trading results. The anxiety zone, high challenge, low skill. This is where Nick Leeson found himself as losses mounted. Your amygdala hijacks rational thinking. Cortisol floods your system. You make desperate, reactive decisions. Tom Dante, the renowned British trader, describes it perfectly. When I'm in anxiety, I'm not trading the market. I'm fighting my own demons, and the market always wins that fight. The boredom zone, low challenge, high skill. The silent account killer. You're skilled but understimulated, so you manufacture excitement by overtrading or increasing size just to feel something. Jesse Livermore, despite his genius, repeatedly fell into this trap after big wins. He'd get bored with normal setups and start taking marginal trades, eventually giving back millions. The apathy zone, low challenge, low skill, trading purgatory. You're going through the motions without growth or engagement. Most retail traders quit from here within 6 to 12 months. The flow zone, high challenge matched with high skill. This is where Paul Tudor Jones lives during his best trades. The market provides enough challenge to fully engage your abilities without overwhelming them. Here's how to honestly assess your current state. Think about your last 20 trades. For each one, rate. Market challenge, 110. How difficult were conditions? 2. Your capability, 110. How equipped did you feel? Plot them on the graph. Where do most fall? Dr. Steenbarger's data shows 80% of losing trades happen in the anxiety zone, while 75% of profitable trades occur in or near the flow zone. This isn't coincidence, it's causation. The beautiful truth, once you can identify your state, you can change it. Mark Douglas, author of Trading in the Zone, discovered this after his own trading failure. He wrote, "I had to lose everything to realize the market wasn't my problem. My mental state was." Section 4. Crystal clarity, the non-negotiable foundation. What's your goal for the next trade? If you said make money, you just killed your chance at flow. Here's what neuroscience tells us about goals and peak performance. Dr. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's research is definitive. Flow requires clear goals that are 100% within your control. The moment you focus on outcomes you can't control, like profit, your brain splits resources between doing and hoping. Flow becomes impossible. Let me share what transformed Mark Minervini from an average trader to a U.S. investing champion. He shifted from outcome goals to process goals. Instead of make $5,000 today, he focused on execute my edge with precision on A-plus setups only. Instead of win this trade, he focused on follow my plan regardless of outcome. Instead of don't lose money, he focused on honor my stop loss with zero hesitation. See the difference? Every goal is completely within his control. The market can do anything, and he can still achieve his goal perfectly. This isn't just positive thinking, it's neuroscience. When your goals are process-based, your prefrontal cortex stops wasting resources on anxiety about outcomes. All mental energy flows into execution. Here's the exact framework used by Dr. Steenbarger's top-performing clients. 4 crystal clear. Process goals for every trade. 1. Entry criteria. Specific measurable conditions. Example. Enter long when price breaks the 20-period MA with volume 50% above average and RSI confirms. Not buy when it looks good. 2. Risk parameters. Exact stop-loss placement. Example. Stop at 2 ATR below entry or previous swing low, whichever is closer, not stop somewhere reasonable. 3. Trade management. Precise rules for the position. Example. Move stop to break even at 1R profit. Take 50% at 2R. Trail remainder at 20-period MA. Not manage it as it goes. Exit conditions. Clear completion criteria. Example. Exit at stop, target, or market close, whichever comes first. Not get out when it feels right. With these 4 elements crystal clear, you literally cannot fail at execution. You might lose money, but you succeed at process. And here's the paradox Mark Douglas discovered. When you stop trying to make money and focus purely on process excellence, profitability naturally improves. Tonight's homework: rewrite your trading plan with 0 outcome goals. Replace every reference to profit with specific actions you control completely. Section 5. The Goldilocks Principle. Position sizing for flow. Here's a shocking fact. Your position size affects your mental state more than any other variable. Too big, and you'll trade from anxiety. Too small, and you'll trade from boredom. Both destroy performance. Dr. Andrew Lowe at MIT studied thousands of traders and found the optimal challenge-skill balance. His research shows traders perform best when their position size creates optimal arousal. Enough skin in the game to focus fully, not so much that fear takes over. Let me show you the exact calculation that transforms struggling traders into consistent ones. The flow optimal position. Sizing formula. 1. Assess your true skill level. Be brutally honest. Beginner. Yarams. 2 years profitable. Score. 1 to 4. Developing. 2 to 5 years profitable. Score. 5 to 6. Competent. 5+ years profitable. Score on 7 turn to 8. Advanced. 10+ years. Verified track record. Score. 9 turns 10. 25% per trade. Skill 5 to 6. Risk 0.5% per trade. Skill 7 to 8. Risk 1% per trade. Skill 9 to 10. Risk up to 2% per trade. 3. Adjust for market conditions. VIX above 25. Reduce size by 50%. Major news pending. Reduce by 30%. In drawdown. Reduce by 25% for every 5% drawdown. Real example. Account $50,000. S skill. Level 6. Developing. Base. Risk. 5% equals 250. VIX today. 28. High volatility. Adjusted risk. 250. X 0.5 equals 125 per trade. This might seem too conservative. Your ego wants bigger. But remember what happened to Nick Leeson. He increased position size trying to recover losses, turning a 20,000 error into 827 million catastrophe. Tom Dante shares a powerful insight. When I trade my optimal size, I can think clearly even in drawdown. When I'm oversized by even 50%, my IQ drops 20 points. I become a different trader, a worse one. The research is clear. Traders who use flow optimal sizing show 67% fewer impulse trades, 45% smaller average drawdowns, 200% better recovery from losses. Most importantly, they stay in the game long enough to succeed. Section 6, the feedback loop that changes everything. Your brain processes 11 million bits of information per second, but you're consciously aware of only 40. Flow happens when you tap into the subconscious processing power. The key? The right kind of feedback. Most traders obsess over P&L, the flickering green and red numbers. This isn't feedback, it's noise. Real feedback, the kind that creates flow, is completely different. Dr. Steenbarger's research with elite traders revealed they track performance metrics, not results. Here's the distinction that changes everything. Results: what the market gives you, outside your control. Performance: how well you execute, completely in your control. Example: you follow your plan perfectly, but hit your stop. Result: negative, loss. Performance: perfect, followed process. Traditional feedback says you failed. Flow feedback says you succeeded. Here's the exact system used by consistently profitable traders: the performance score system. After each trade, before looking at P&L, rate yourself 1 to 10 on 1. Entry timing. Did you enter at your predetermined level? 2. Risk management. Was your stop placed exactly as planned? 3. Trade management. Did you follow your adjustment rules? 4. Exit execution. Did you close according to plan? Total possible, 40 points. 32 plus, excellent execution. 28, 31, good execution. Below 28, needs improvement. Track this for 100 trades. You'll discover something remarkable. High performance scores correlate with profitability over time, even when individual trades lose. Linda Rashka, the legendary trader, puts it perfectly. I don't care if I made or lost money today. I care whether I traded well. Good trading makes money over time. Bad trading loses money over time. It's that simple. The 30-minute state check: set a timer for every 30 minutes during trading. When it goes off, ask, what's my current state? 1 to 10. Am I forcing or flowing? What do I need right now? This takes 10 seconds but prevents hours of poor trading. It's like a GPS recalculation for your mental state. Section 7. The 3 demons that destroy flow. Let me tell you about the 3 psychological patterns that destroy more trading accounts than all technical failures combined. Understanding them is survival. Demon number 1, overtrading, the dopamine addiction. Jesse Livermore made and lost fortune after fortune. His biggest enemy wasn't the market. It was his inability to stop trading when he was ahead. After big wins, he'd keep trading until he gave it all back. The neuroscience is clear. Every trade releases dopamine. Winners release more. Your brain literally becomes addicted to the action, not the profits. Dr. John Coates' research shows traders' dopamine receptors actually change with excessive trading, requiring more trades to feel the same satisfaction. The cure: the 3-trade rule. Maximum 3 trades per day. After 3, you're done regardless of outcome. This forces quality over quantity. Tom Dante. My best days are often 1 or 2 trades. My worst days are always when I take 10 or more. The math is simple. Demon number 2, ego, the silent account. Killer. Brian Hunter lost $6 billion for Amaranth Advisors. Why? His ego whispered, "You're right, the market's wrong." He fought the natural gas market like a personal enemy. The market won. Ego after winning, you're invincible. Size up. Ego after losing, you're an idiot. Get it back now. Ray Dalio calls ego and blind spots the 2 biggest barriers to success. His solution? Radical open-mindedness, a state where ego literally cannot operate. The antidote: morning humility. Practice. The market owes me nothing. I'm a student, always learning. Today I execute my process and accept what comes. Mark Douglas discovered this after his own failure. I had to learn to trade without needing to be right. The market is always right. My job is to align with it, not fight it. Demon, number 3, distraction, death by 1,000 cuts. Dr. Gloria Mark's research at UC Irvine. It takes 23 minutes to fully refocus after a distraction. In trading, that's catastrophic. Your attention is your trading capital. Every phone check, every social media glance, every chat message is a withdrawal. By the time you need deep focus for a crucial decision, the account is empty. The protection protocol: phone in another room, not just silent. 1 screen for trading, nothing else. Block all non-essential sites during market hours. Create a trading shrine, a space only for trading. These 3 demons are always present. But now you know their faces and their antidotes. Here's the paradox that transformed Mark Douglas from failed trader to legendary coach. The harder you try to control the market, the more it controls you. The moment you surrender control, you gain mastery. Bruce Lee understood this in martial arts. Be like water. The market is the rock. You can crash against it or flow around it. One leads to destruction, one to profit. Every losing trader tries to impose their will on the market. It should go up. It must reverse here. This is like trying to push the ocean, exhausting and futile. Dr. Steenbarger's research with top hedge fund traders revealed a startling pattern. The most profitable traders share one trait. They've surrendered the need to be right. They read what the market is doing, not what it should do. The 4 pillars of profitable surrender. 1. Accept your stop loss. Completely. Before you enter, fully accept the loss. Feel it, then let it go. Tom Dante. I pre-grieve every loss before I take the trade. Then I'm free to trade without fear. 2. Let market structure determine the targets. Not your P&L needs, not your ego. Pure price action. The market will give what it gives. 3. Release the trade. Once entered, you've done your analysis. Trust it. Watching every tick is like digging up a seed to see if it's growing. Respond identically to wins and losses. Thank you for the lesson. Winners teach what works. Losers teach what doesn't. Both are valuable when ego is absent. This isn't passive trading. You still analyze, still manage risk, still execute with precision. But you do it from acceptance, not force. Here's your daily practice. Before any trade, hand on heart. I control my entry, stop, and size. Everything else, I release. Feel the tension leave your shoulders. That's the feeling of profitable surrender. Section 9. The pre-market ritual that changes everything. Michael Jordan had his shorts. Tiger Woods has red on Sunday. Elite traders have pre-market rituals that transform them from regular humans to flow state masters. Here's the exact blueprint. Dr. Anders Ericsson's research on deliberate practice shows that pre-performance rituals create a neurological bridge to peak states. They're not superstition. They're applied neuroscience. The 5-phase flow activation ritual. Phase 1, mind clearing, 5 minutes. Navy SEALs use box breathing before missions. You'll use it before trading. Inhale 4 counts. Hold 4 counts. Exhale 4 counts. Hold empty 4 counts. Repeat 4 cycles, then sit quietly, letting thoughts pass like clouds. Don't fight them, don't follow them, just notice and release. Phase 2, body activation, or 3 minutes. Trading looks sedentary but requires intense mental energy. Activate your nervous system. 20 push-ups, or your maximum. 20 jumping jacks, 30-second full body shake, 3 neck rolls each direction. This discharges overnight stress and primes your system for focused attention. Phase 3, market synchronization, 5 minutes. Before you trade the market, feel its rhythm. Open your main chart. Don't look for trades. Just observe. Is it trending, ranging, volatile, calm? Note 3 factual observations, not predictions. You're learning today's market language before trying to speak it. Phase 4, intention. Setting, 2 minutes. Write these 3 process commitments. 1. Today I will execute my edge with discipline on A+ setups. Only. 2. Today I will honor my stops immediately without hesitation. 3. Today I will maintain awareness of my mental state. Read them aloud. Feel the commitment. These aren't hopes, they're declarations. Phase 5, anchor activation, 1 minute. Choose a small object, a coin, stone, anything. This becomes your flow anchor. Hold it. Recall your best trading day ever. Feel that confidence and clarity. Squeeze gently and say, I am ready. Total time, 16 minutes. That's all. Paul Tudor Jones spends 45 minutes on his morning routine. Ray Dalio meditates 20 minutes twice daily. You need just 16 minutes to transform your trading state. The key is consistency. A simple ritual done daily beats an elaborate one done occasionally. Start tomorrow. Within 30 days, trading without it will feel like driving without a seatbelt. Section 10. The first 30 minutes, your daily edge. Here's a fact that will transform your trading. 73% of trading disasters happen in the first 30 minutes. Why? Because most traders rush in before their minds are ready. Navy SEALs say slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Let's apply this to your trading. The professional's first 30 minutes protocol. Minutes 0 to 15, observation. Only hands off the mouse. You're a wildlife photographer, not a hunter. The market open is chaos. Overnight orders executing, news being digested, algorithms battling. Watch and note. Where is the opening range forming? How does volume compare to average? What's the market's personality today? Write 3 observations. Facts, not predictions. Strong buying above yesterday's close. Volume 40% above average. Tight range despite news. Minutes 15-20, the calibration trade. Your first trade isn't about profit, it's about synchronization. Take 25% of normal size on your clearest setup. This is your system check. Are your orders executing properly? Is your mind clear? Are you seeing the market accurately? Win or lose, this trade succeeds if you follow your process perfectly. Minutes 20-25, the state check. After your calibration trade, assess. Heart rate, steady or racing. Breathing, deep or shallow. Mind state, forcing or flowing. If you're forcing, reduce size or wait. If you're flowing, proceed to full trading. Minutes 25-30, the 3-touch rule. Before any full-size position, you need 3 confirmations. 1. Price structure, clean setup at a key level. Volume confirmation. Participation supporting the move. Correlation. Check, related markets confirming. Only when all 3 align do you take full size. This protocol prevented a disaster for Sarah, a Forex trader I coached. USD gapped up 100 pips. Her old pattern, market buy immediately. Full size, pure FOMO. Result, buying the top, stopping out, revenge trading. Using the protocol. She observed for 15 minutes, noticed sellers emerging at the gap. Her calibration trade was a small short that worked immediately. State check. Calm and clear. 3 touches, resistance at gap, declining volume, correlated pairs turning negative. She shorted full size with confidence, made her daily goal in 1 trade. The difference? She was in flow before taking real risk, not hoping to find flow through trading. Section 11, Maintaining Flow When Markets Go Crazy, March 2020, Markets Limit Down. While others panicked, a small group of prepared traders made fortunes. Not because they predicted the crash, but because they maintained flow when everyone else lost their minds. Volatility is where fortunes transfer from the emotional to the composed. Here's exactly how to maintain flow when markets explode. The Chaos Protocol. 1. The Emergency Breathing Reset. The moment volatility spikes, your breathing changes. This triggers fight or flight, destroying judgment. Implement 4-7-8 breathing immediately. Inhale 4 counts. Hold 7 counts. Exhale 8 counts. 3 cycles and your heart rate drops 20%. Your vision literally expands. What looked like chaos 30 seconds ago now reveals patterns. 2. The time frame shift. Volatility is terrifying on a 1-minute chart. It's manageable on 15-minute, often irrelevant on daily. When price whips violently, immediately jump 3 time frames higher. This isn't avoiding reality. It's seeing complete reality. 3. The 20-minute reset. In normal markets, you might trade for hours. In chaos, you need recovery every 20 minutes. Set a timer. Every 20 minutes, stand up. 5 deep breaths. Shake out your hands. Return with fresh eyes. This prevents the gradual stress accumulation that leads to blown accounts. 4. The chaos opportunity mindset. Tom Dante. When VIX spikes above 30, I smile. Not because I enjoy others' pain, but because my edge just tripled. Chaos is my friend. It reveals truth faster. In volatile markets, weak hands get shaken out. Algorithms malfunction. Emotional traders make predictable mistakes. If you maintain flow, you're playing against tilted opponents. The key insight: volatility doesn't break flow. Fear of volatility breaks flow. When you accept chaos as natural, even welcome it as opportunity, it loses power over your state. Remember, in calm markets, everyone can trade. In chaos, only those in flow survive and thrive. Section 12. When flow breaks, the 60-second recovery. Flow isn't permanent. Even the best traders lose it. The difference between professionals and amateurs: recovery speed. Here's the exact protocol that brings you back in 60 seconds. The 3R reset protocol. Recognize, release, re-enter. Recognize, 5 seconds. The moment you feel flow slip, say aloud, "I'm out of flow." This isn't failure, it's awareness. The signs are unmistakable. Checking P&L obsessively, searching for trades instead of waiting, feeling rushed or desperate. Last decision felt forced. Don't judge, just recognize, "I'm out of flow." Release, 30 seconds. Physical action saves psychological state. Stand up immediately and execute. 10 arm circles forward, 10 backward. 20 intense jumping jacks. 10-second full body shake. 3 deep breaths with audible exhales. Ha. This literally shakes off stress hormones and resets your nervous system. Re-enter, 25 seconds. Sit with fresh posture. Touch your flow anchor. Close eyes for 5 seconds. Recall your morning intention. Open eyes and see the chart with beginner's mind. Ask, am I ready to trade from flow or do I need more time? If ready, proceed with 50% size until flow stabilizes. If not, take a longer break. This protocol saved David from disaster. Up $8,000 on 2 perfect trades, his daughter interrupted crying. By the time he returned, profit had shrunk to $2,000. Frustration spiked. He revenge traded immediately, no setup, pure emotion. Instead of spiraling, he caught himself. "I'm out of flow." Stood up, shook it off, sat back with fresh eyes. Saw he was fighting the trend. Closed everything, walked for 30 minutes, returned for one good trade. Ended down only $3,000 instead of blowing his account. The entire protocol takes 60 seconds. Yet most traders won't do it. They think it looks silly. Looking silly for 60 seconds beats losing money for 60 minutes. Practice the 3R reset now before you need it. Make it automatic. When flow breaks tomorrow, and it will, you'll recover in 60 seconds instead of 60 minutes. Section 13. The Flow Journal, your personal trading GPS. What gets measured gets mastered, but 99% of traders track the wrong metrics. They obsess over P&L while ignoring what creates it, flow quality. Dr. Steenbarger's research is definitive. Traders who track psychological metrics improve 3x faster than those who only track results. Here's the exact journal format used by elite traders. Daily flow metrics. 1. Pre-trade state, 1 to 10. Before your first trade, rate your overall state. First number that comes to mind. 7 plus, trade full size. 5 and or 6, trade 50% size. Below 5, paper trade only. This one metric prevents 80% of trading disasters. 2. Flow percentage by hour. End of each hour, estimate what percentage you spent in flow. Hour 1, yom 40%. Hour 2, 6%. Hour 3, 6%. Hour 4, 6%. Most traders average below 20%. Knowing this shows exactly where to improve. 3. Flow break triggers. What kicked you out? Be specific. Checked Twitter after win. Revenge traded after stop hit. Got bored, forced marginal setup. Pattern recognition is power. Performance score, not P&L. Rate each trade 1 to 10 on entry timing, risk management, trade management, exit execution. Total, ispalm white 40. High scores with losses equals good trading. Low scores with profits equals luck. Danger ahead. 5. Key lesson. One sentence about what you learned about your psychology, not the market, you. Sample entry, date, March 15th. Pre-trade, state, 8 flow. Percent, 80%, 60%, 40%, 20%, degraded through day. Flow breaks, big win, trade. Number 2, got overconfident. Check Twitter. Performance scores, 38, 36, 24, 18, matches flow degradation. Lesson, flow degrades after big wins. Need recovery protocol after any 2R plus profit. See how much more valuable this is than just made $3,400. After 30 days, patterns emerge. Maybe you flow best 9:30, 11 a.m. Maybe Wednesdays are consistently difficult. Maybe you trade brilliantly until hitting daily goal, then fall apart. These patterns are gold. They're your personal operating manual, written by your own experience. Start tonight. After 30 days, review all entries. You'll be shocked at what you discover about yourself. Section 14. Learning from the masters. Real traders, real transformations. Let me share the story of how Mark Douglas went from blown-out trader to legendary coach, because his transformation contains the blueprint for yours. Before writing Trading in the Zone, Douglas was just another failed trader. He'd lost most of his capital chasing the market, fighting reality, trying to impose his will on price action. Sound familiar? But his failure became his greatest teacher. Instead of quitting, he asked a different question. Why do some traders think differently? He spent years studying successful traders, not their strategies, but their psychology. His breakthrough discovery: elite traders don't try to beat the market. They align with it. They don't trade to be right. They trade to execute their edge. This shift seems simple, but it changes everything. Douglas rebuilt his trading from zero with new principles. The market can do anything, so stop predicting. Every moment is unique, so stop comparing. There's always another opportunity, so stop forcing. Another powerful transformation: Dr. Brett Steenbarger. Not a guru selling courses, but a practicing psychologist who coaches real hedge fund traders. His approach isn't mystical, it's scientific. Steenbarger discovered that elite traders share specific practices. They track emotional patterns, not just price patterns. They have protocols for different mental states. They view drawdowns as data, not disasters. They build trading skills like athletes build physical skills, systematically. His key insight: trading success isn't about finding the perfect strategy. It's about becoming the person who can execute any reasonable strategy flawlessly. Then there's Tom Dante, refreshingly honest about his journey. He shares publicly. Every time I've blown up, it wasn't the market. It was me trading from a disconnected, angry state. The market just reflected my internal chaos back at me. His transformation came through brutal honesty. He started tracking not just trades, but his mental state before, during, and after each trade. The patterns were undeniable. His worst losses clustered when he was angry, rushed, or trying to prove something. Today, he simply doesn't trade unless he's centered. I'd rather miss opportunities than trade from a bad state. Opportunities are infinite. Capital and confidence are finite. These aren't supernatural beings. They're traders who learned through pain that psychology trumps strategy every time. Their message is consistent: master your mind first. Profits follow naturally. Section 15, Building Your Flow Tribe, the Multiplier Effect. Trading alone is like solitary confinement with a price feed. Your mind needs mirrors, other traders committed to mastering their psychological edge. Research shows traders in accountability groups improve 3.6 faster than solo traders. But finding the right tribe is crucial. Most trading groups are toxic. Ego contests where everyone brags about wins and hides losses. You need something different: a flow tribe. The 4 pillars of an effective flow tribe. 1. State focus. Over strategy. Focus. Don't look for traders using your exact strategy. A scalper focused on mental state has more to teach you than a swing trader with poor emotional control. Psychology transcends time frames. 2. Radical honesty about mental states. I'm tilting after that loss is valuable. Buy USD now is poison. The best groups share psychological states, not trade calls. Process celebration. Over profit celebration. Celebrating perfect execution regardless of outcome. A well-executed loss is worth more than a lucky win. 4. Consistent rhythm. Weekly calls, daily check-ins, whatever works. Consistency matters more than frequency. How to build your tribe. Start with one person, just one. Finding 10 flow-focused traders is impossible. Finding one is achievable. Where to look? Trading psychology forums, not strategy forums. Meditation app communities with traders. Local trading meetups focused on development. Comments on trading psychology content. The weekly flow partner protocol. Every Friday, 30-minute call, 10 minutes. Share the week's flow percentages. 10 minutes. Share one major psychological lesson. 10 minutes. Set one state-focused goal for next week. No trade details, no P&L brags. Just state awareness and growth. Sarah found her flow partner in a meditation forum. Another trader posted about using mindfulness for trading. They started weekly calls. Within a month, both saw dramatic improvement, not from sharing strategies, but from accountability for mental state. As you grow, add carefully. 3 committed people beat 30 casual members. Quality over quantity, always. Warning signs of a toxic group. P&L screenshots everywhere. Gurus selling signals. Blame and excuses when trades fail. Focus on getting rich quick. No discussion of psychology. One toxic member can poison an entire community. Choose your tribe like your trading life depends on it, because it does. This week, take one action toward finding your tribe. Post in a psychology forum. Reach out to that trader who seems different. Even one good partner changes everything. Remember, you're not looking for friends, though friendship may develop. You're looking for fellow travelers committed to mastering their minds. Together, the journey becomes possible. Your Apple Watch knows you're about to revenge trade before you do. Heart rate variability doesn't lie. The future of trading isn't just technical, it's biological, and it's here now. The new frontier, biometric-based trading, HRV, heart rate variability, is your window into flow state. When HRV is high, you're primed for peak performance. When it's low, stress dominates decision-making. James, a futures trader in Chicago, wears an Oura ring tracking HRV 24/7. He discovered his HRV drops 15 minutes before impulsive trades. Now, when his ring alerts declining HRV, he stops trading immediately. Monthly drawdowns decreased 78%. But this is just the beginning. Flow-enhancing technology available now. 1. HRV monitors, 60s and 200. Oura Ring, Whoop, Apple Watch. Track your physiological readiness to trade. Alert you before emotional decisions. 2. EEG headbands, 250 Psi 500. Muse, Neuroscience. Monitor brainwave patterns during trading. Flow correlates with alpha waves, 812 Hz, plus gamma bursts, 30 and 100 Hz. 3. Breathing apps, synced to trading, breathwork, othership. Guided protocols for different states. Pre-trade activation, mid-trade calming. 4. The 90-minute ultradian rhythm. Your brain naturally cycles through performance peaks every 90 minutes. Apps like Rise track these, showing exactly when you're primed for flow. The integration protocol. Week 1. Choose one technology. Master it. Week 2. Correlate biometric data with trading performance. The Week 3. Adjust trading times, adjust size based on biological state. Week 4. Let data guide your evolution. Advanced practices, flow stacking, combining multiple triggers, cold shower, norepinephrine boost. 40 Hertz binaural beats, gamma enhancement. Box breathing, nervous system regulation. Stack these for almost guaranteed flow entry. Micro meditation, not 20-minute sessions, but 30-second breathing between trades. 1-minute body scans hourly, 10-second awareness checks. Critical warning, technology amplifies what you already have. If you haven't built basic flow skills, no device saves you. If you have, these tools accelerate mastery exponentially. The traders thriving in the next decade won't have better strategies. They'll better understand and optimize their mental states. Technology makes this optimization precise, measurable, and rapid. Start simple. HRV monitor or meditation app. Track correlations between biological markers and trading performance. Let data guide your evolution. In a world of algorithmic trading, optimized human consciousness becomes the final edge. Master this frontier, and no algorithm can compete with your intuition operating at peak capacity. Section 17. Your 30-day flow transformation blueprint. 30 days from now, you'll either be the same frustrated trader or someone who's experienced sustained flow. The only difference? Starting now with this exact blueprint. The 30-day flow challenge structure. Week 1. Foundation, days, 1-7. Building the habits that create flow. Day 1. Design your personal pre-market ritual. Day 2. Execute ritual, trade micro size only. Day 3. Implement flow state tracking. Which zone are you in? Day 4. Install 30-minute state checks. Day 5. Choose and charge your flow anchor. Day 6. Maximum 3 trades. Experience quality over quantity. Day 7. First weekly review. Calculate flow percentages. Week 2. Implementation. Days 8-14. Applying protocols under real conditions. Day 8. Calculate flow optimal position size. Day 9. Full first 30 minutes protocol. Day 10, practice 3R reset after any flow break. Day 11, trade with process goals only, no P&L focus. Day 12, implement chaos breathing during volatility. Day 13, full flow journal with 5 metrics. Day 14, week 2, review, compare to week 1. Week 3, integration, days 15-21. Everything comes together. Day 15, find your flow accountability partner. Day by extend, trade through volatility, maintaining flow. Day 17, extend flow duration, push your edge gently. Day 18, complete rest, day, no charts at all. Day 19, return with beginner's mind. Day 20, achieve highest daily flow percentage yet. Day 21, week 3, review, document transformation. Week 4, mastery path, days 22-30, locking in your new identity. Day 22, trade only from flow, no flow equals no trade. Day 23, add 1 technology enhancement. Day 24, share your journey publicly. Day 25, write your personal flow trading manifesto. Day 26, trade with complete outcome detachment. Day 27, achieve longest flow streak yet. Day 28, design your post-challenge practice. Day 29, final trading day, full integration. Day 30, complete transformation review. What to expect? Days 1 to 5, uncomfortable, forced. Days 6 to 10, want to quit and return to old patterns. Days 11-15, something shifts, practices feel natural. Days 16-20, flow moments increase dramatically. Days 21 to 25, you realize you've changed. Days 26-30, new identity consolidates. Success metrics that matter, increase flow percentage each week, faster recovery from breaks, natural protocol implementation, decrease trading anxiety, increase process joy, better decisions without trying harder. Your commitment contract. I, number styes, commit to 30 days of flow transformation starting where star embraced. I understand this is about changing who I am as a trader, not how much I make. I will follow the protocol completely, track my progress honestly, and trust the process especially when it's difficult. Signature. Remember Mark Douglas's words. You don't need to know what's going to happen next to make money. You just need to execute your edge flawlessly when it appears. Section 18, the journey continues. You've learned the science, you've got the tools, you have the 30-day blueprint. Now comes the only part that matters, execution. The market will be the same in 30 days. You won't be. Every master trader started exactly where you are now, seeing flow as mysterious and elusive. But now you know the truth. Flow isn't a gift for the chosen few. It's a trainable state available to anyone willing to do the work. Remember, Nick Leeson lost $827 million because he lost his mental state first. Paul Tudor Jones pays millions for state management, not strategies. Ray Dalio meditates to maintain radical open-mindedness. Mark Douglas rebuilt from failure by mastering psychology. Dr. Steenbarger proves this is science, not mysticism. The choice is yours. Continue trading from anxiety, boredom, and frustration, or commit to 30 days that will transform not just your trading, but your entire relationship with markets. The market doesn't care about your strategy. It cares about your state. Master your state, and profits become a natural byproduct of trading from flow. Your journey into permanent flow starts with your next trade. Make it count, not because of profit or loss, but because it's your first trade as someone who understands the real edge. The zone where elite traders live isn't a mysterious place. It's a trainable state, and it's waiting for you. Welcome to flow state trading. Welcome to the transformation.